Hello everyone, this is Kanchan, host of Momlight, Chief Spice Mama, and you're probably wondering why am I watching a video right now. I usually get an email update about new podcast episodes or a new Momlight program. I have decided that as of this week, I am going to record a weekly vlog answering a question or questions that I commonly get about health, wellness, spices, food as medicine, or anything that I think would be helpful for all of you. First of all, thank you for signing up for the Momlight updates. Thank you for being a listener to the podcast. If you've tried the 21-day Momlight transformation, or if you're in my 8-week Momlight bootcamp, thank you for your support, for being part of the tribe. And my hope through these vlogs is to really bring you valuable, helpful information in easy to digest, short videos versus blogging, which frankly right now in mom life and momtrepreneur life, I just do not have the bandwidth for. This week, the topic for the Momlight weekly vlog is, can I drink coffee when I'm fasting? So most of you know that I am a huge fan of intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating, and honoring our circadian rhythm. I also on occasion practice 5-day longer fasting mimicking diet type fasts for health and longevity. If you are someone that is practicing intermittent fasting, the question of whether you can or cannot drink coffee really depends on the goal of your fast. So most people who practice intermittent fasting do about 16 or 18 hours of fasting, maybe a couple of times a week. Some hardcore people do it every day. And again, I will address this in a future vlog as to whether I think that's a good idea or not. But whatever your fasting frequency is and however you're doing the fast, here's what you need to know about caffeine. The point around caffeine and fasting is a nuanced one. So it's not something I can address in one sentence. So bear with me, but we're going to get there. There are several things happening when you fast. So depending on how long you fast for, your body eventually switches from burning glucose and glycogen, i.e. sugars for fuel, to burning fat for fuel. When you're fasting, your body has to turn to stored body fat for fuel eventually, depending on what you ate at the previous meal, how long you fasted for, whether you worked out or not, which will accelerate the depletion of those glycogen stores from your liver and push your body into ketosis or fat burning mode faster. And then there's some bio-individual variation in terms of that. So if your goal with fasting is to push your body into ketosis every now and then to burn stored body fat, so that you can lose excess body fat, or just because you know that producing ketone bodies as a result of fat breakdown has benefits to heart and brain health, or because you just want to enter ketosis to be metabolically flexible, which I think is a really wonderful goal. If you think about our ancestors, they were metabolically flexible because sometimes they were able to find food and they were able to use sugars and glucose and glycogen for fuel, and sometimes they couldn't. So they had to kind of fast out of necessity, and their body was very elegantly able to switch back and forth between using carbs and glucose for fuel and using fat for fuel, usually stored fat for fuel. And this is called metabolic flexibility, and it's very useful because occasionally using stored fat for fuel and producing these ketone bodies as part of ketosis is beneficial for health. Now, if your goal is ketosis, and if your goal with fasting is other molecular processes like autophagy, where you're getting some internal cellular cleanup, then black coffee or black tea or even green tea or just plain matcha tea with hot water should be okay. Because these beverages are not really going to push you out of ketosis. They're not necessarily going to dampen autophagy. In fact, there is some evidence that black coffee might promote autophagy. So you can technically, if those are your fasting goals, have a cup of black coffee or a cup of black tea or green tea or matcha or whatever herbal tea, as long as there's no sweeteners or sugar in it or milk in it. And you should technically still be in a fasted state as far as ketogenesis is concerned, autophagy is concerned, if that makes sense. Now, if your goal with fasting is to give your digestive system and your microbiome a rest, then coffee, tea is going to disrupt that gut rest, and it's going to activate your gut. It's going to interact with your microbiome. It's going to get your liver going. So in terms of the gut rest perspective, coffee will break the fast. This is why it's a nuanced point. So here's what I do. My goal with intermittent fasting is all of the above. I want the ketosis on occasion, I want autophagy, I want internal cellular cleanup, and I do want a gut reset. What I do is pretty much every night, I fast overnight for a minimum of 13 hours. There is a lot of scientific evidence that this is very beneficial for DNA repair, internal cleanup, rest rejuvenation, gut health. So I get all of those benefits by doing a 13-hour overnight fast. Once I've completed a 13-hour overnight fast, I will have, now I'm experimenting with matcha, just matcha and water. I used to have a cup of black coffee or black tea. And I will continue to not eat food, usually for a total of about 14 to 16 hours, depending on the day. That's because I don't really feel hungry in the morning, so I honor that. And also because I recognize that there are benefits to push my body a little bit into ketosis every day to develop that metabolic flexibility. So the caffeine comes after 13 hours because I want the gut reset benefits. I want the giving my digestive system a break benefits, right? And so that's why I wait at least 13 hours before I have the coffee. And technically my gut reset fast is broken, but I'm still in ketosis. I'm still going into some autophagy, and then I will eat usually at 14, 16, or 18 hours, depending on the day, depending on my mood, depending on my stress level, which I will address in another vlog. So that's my answer for does caffeine break the fast and is coffee okay while fasting? I hope it made sense. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope it was helpful. You can hit reply and ask me a question for the next week's vlog or future week's vlogs. I really want to make this about answering health and wellness related questions for you guys so it can be the most helpful and the most impactful, and we can hang out in video form. I hope this was helpful. Thank you again for subscribing to Momlight. Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you love it and enjoy it, please rate and review it on iTunes. It really, really helps the show. And if you're interested in the 8-week Momlight transformation, which launches in a couple of weeks, send reply, let me know. I can send you more details. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being part of the tribe. So much more to come for you. Thank you. Sending love and light.